I'm gonna cook an old favorite with some staple ingredients that you might already have in your cupboard. Sticky glazed barbecue chicken, paprika spice wedges, and golden corn. Why not make your own lip-smacking barbecue sauce? That'll save you on cost and deliver big on flavor. Do it once, and I promise you, you'll be doing it again and again. All for a very pleasing 99 pence per portion. So we're going to start off by making a simple but very delicious barbecue sauce made with some beautiful ingredients that you've probably already got in your home. And you know what? It's normally cheaper to make it than actually buy it already done. So in the fridge, I've got some beautiful ketchup, I've got some Worcestershire sauce, I've got some honey over here, some vinegar, and some smoked paprika. It's a really simple sauce to do. We're going to go in with 75 millilitres of ketchup, which is 5 tablespoons. And then we're gonna follow that with a tablespoon of red wine vinegar and a teaspoon of smoked paprika. But it's got a lovely sort of gentle warmth and a really lovely smoky flavour. A tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce and 2 tablespoons of honey. It's always good to have that recipe up your sleeve. Yes, you can embellish it with things like a swig of bourbon or some different spices, but this is a really good basic barbecue sauce that you can use when you're roasting or grilling. When it comes to using meat, the price always shoots up. So chicken thigh is definitely one of the most economical ways to get meat on the menu. The thigh with the skin on and the bone in is the best. I just love it. So move the chicken around in the barbecue sauce. Can you see how beautifully it coats? Really, really nice. Give it a little season with some sea salt. Next up, I'm gonna do 1.2 kilos worth of beautiful potatoes. These are Maris Pipers. You want a nice fluffy potato that's gonna get crispy on the outside. Now, when you're using the oven, it's always nice to fill it. So when I'm putting this together, I'm thinking about the potatoes cooking at exactly the same time as the chicken, 45 minutes. So by cutting them into quarters, they'll be perfect. Give them a little drizzle of olive oil, some salt, some pepper, and then just a little pinch of that smoked paprika. Look at the colour. That will just give them a nice little seasoning, and they'll be delicious. Once they've been dressed in those lovely seasonings, just turn them onto their backs so the skin is facing down and they get really nice and crispy. Take both this and that over to the oven. Potatoes in the middle, chicken at the top. That goes in for 45 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius, which is 375 Fahrenheit. So I'll have a little clean down. Right, we're 20 minutes in, and I just want to show you these frozen corn. They're actually really good. Because often when you want fresh corn, they haven't got it. Fantastic if you've got little people in the family. My kids absolutely love corn. And I just want to show you the chicken. It's half cooked. You see all the natural juices that have come out of the chicken, and you can scrape away, see these little bits of stickiness. All of that lovely sticky goodness we want to put back on the chicken, right? So we're basting it. Now, some of this is fat, it's rendered out of the chicken. Now, you could save it in a jam jar for cooking another day, which is really, really good and very delicious. Or, guess who loves chicken fat? Wedgie potatoes. So we can take, these ingredients and we can make flavor go a long, long way. And because we've got the chicken on the bone, right? You get all that extra flavor and stickiness and goodness. They're gonna be so tasty. And then back in the oven with the potatoes. Then back in the oven with the chicken. And then we go straight onto the bars with the corn. And that heat will go 360 around the corn. It will defrost it and cook it and char it a bit. So there you go. Triple whammy. Let that cook for 25 more minutes. I want to make a beautiful slaw now. Simple but delicious. 2 carrots, 1 onion, 1/4 of a red cabbage. Of course, you can use actually any cabbage you like. So just use a speed peeler and just take a little time just to finely slice this beautiful cabbage into tiny little bits. I really think the difference between a good coleslaw and an amazing one is how delicate you get this cabbage. All of my kids have absolutely loved coleslaw, and I've always changed it up, putting different things in there. Curly kales, shredded pears, apples. So, cabbage done. On to the onion. I've never actually tried to speed peel an onion before, but it allows you to have ninja-like precision, and I like that. With the carrot, it makes all the difference to have a delicate slaw. Just by stacking them up like a little pack of cards, I can now run my knife through, and you get the most beautiful little matchsticks. And a little pinch of salt, some pepper, and then vinegar, just a nice little swig, and some olive oil to make it creamy and delicious and indulgent. I'm going to use 100 grams of natural yogurt. I think it's fresher and tastier than mayonnaise. And can you see the colour coming out of that red cabbage? Wow. Okay. Look at this. Beautiful. I love that cut of chicken. If I wanted to do it, even not on a budget, I'd use the same cut because it's so, so tasty and just falls off the bone. It's delicious. No one in my family is going to grumble about that. They love barbecue chicken. Let's start this party. This is when River says, Dad, if I like it, can I have some more? Can you see how that sauce has just coated it? See? That's why the basting works. I'm going to take my corn and I'm just going to roll it in that barbecue sauce. So there you go. An absolute family classic. So do you use a knife and fork or do you just get stuck in? I'm going to just get stuck in. Oh my Lord. Look at that. It's falling off the bone, but it's still got juiciness. That I love. Come on. We got the chips, which are just beautiful. Just slow it up, look at that. Crunchy, sour, creamy, but utterly delicious. That would make my lot really happy, and I hope it makes your lot happy too. Get those staple ingredients out of the cupboard, make the barbecue sauce, have a little cook up, and enjoy.